All right. What's going on, everybody? How are we today? How are we this wonderful Sunday afternoon? I'm trying to get into. Wow. Okay, that's why. Damn. Wow. Anyways, what's up, y'all? Now that I got the camera thing kind of figured out. Yep, now we're in place. A&J here. We're live for Jags-Broncos, which has just gotten started. And yeah, just settling in here. Actually getting going on time for once. But yeah, we here. Hopefully y'all are having a wonderful day. I know that I'm doing as well as can be. Seems the Jags are getting the ball first as they are highlighting Trevor Lawrence. I'm guessing the Broncos either deferred or maybe the Jags won the coin toss and get the ball first. Either way, digging the all orange versus the all whites on this one. I mean, not that that's all that big a deal, but pretty cool to see that, if nothing else. But first play of the game, 1st and 10. Play fake from Lawrence, and of course pressure's there, and they just about bring him down. I'm thinking someone got a hand on it there. Wow. Travis Etienne, Brian Thomas. I expected him to be starting. Brenton Strange and Quentin Morris. Wow. That'll be interesting to see there. Alright, 2nd and 10. Lawrence in shotgun with Etienne right next to him. Snap is off. And wow, zips it right over. Yeah, that's Brenton Strange actually, who seems to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Either way, gotta say this is going to be a really interesting matchup between these two teams because you got two division leaders. Obviously, the Broncos, the #1 seed in the AFC right now, and of course leading the AFC West at 12-2. The Jaguars, 3rd place in the AFC, leading the AFC South at 11-4. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this very easily could be the AFC title game right here. As Lawrence snaps on 3rd and 4, or gets the snap on 3rd and 4, tries to scramble to get away, but he's going to go down. I believe that's no, that's Riley Moss. I'm not sure if they're going to count that as a sack. It looks like it is because he lost a yard, and it'll be 4th and 1 as the Jags will be forced to punt on a quick 3 and out. So, wow. I gotta say, this is actually starting off pretty well for the Broncos, especially defensively. And again, this is going to be important because Trevor Lawrence, albeit he's a typical pocket passer, he can get around. He'll scramble and he'll get yards with his legs when need be. Not quite as good an athlete as Bo Nix, but still good enough all the same. As the punt is off and the bounce is going to go to about the 6-yard line, which is where Bo Nix and the Broncos offense will start. So, yeah, to me, I'm feeling like the Broncos, I mean, obviously you want to win out, but I felt like last week against the Packers was the only other likely loss that the Broncos would see for the rest of the regular season. The Jaguars do present their own kind of challenges. They are the best rush defense in the league. We're going to see how that works out. We do got R.J. Harvey back, and in addition to that, Ben Powers and Pat Bryant, who was out last week with the hamstring. The gift to start the game for the Broncos is to Harvey, and he actually picks up a pretty good, strong 4 or 5 yards on that carry. But nonetheless, I also feel as if the Broncos aren't careful, the Jags could definitely catch them slipping. I mean, there's just no doubt in my mind about that. They've absolutely been playing very well throughout the course of the season. Got really good wins against Kansas City, amongst others. I know there was a list of teams that I was going to go over here, but can't really remember that. As the 2nd and 6 pass actually to Harvey is going to be incomplete. Looked like a bit of a Texas route that he was running there. but Jaguar defenders are actually there. Coverage wasn't too bad, and it was actually more Harvey did not hold on to the ball. I mean, Bo got it there. You just got to catch it, but not a big deal. 3rd and 6 on the Bronco 11, or the Bronco 12, and I guess we're going to get a false start, so this is going to be a 3rd and 11 now. Always something you want to see, so unfortunately potential for a 3 and out for the first Broncos drive. Not something that you want to see a whole lot of, but good thing about this is that the Broncos, as the games have progressed, have actually shown a knack for being able to get a rhythm going, little by little as the game carries on. So we'll see how that works out. We got 3rd and 11 here. And, of course, the Broncos managed to pick up the first down. Wow, Adam Troutman. And that was actually a bit of a good drag route. Actually, I don't think that's a first down. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 3. They made it look like it was a first down, but they did pick up a good chunk of the penalty yardage. But unfortunately, they're going to be short as Crawshaw is actually out to punt. Parker Washington will be back to receive for the Jaguars. And the punt is off. And of course, the return doesn't go very far. Several Broncos are there to stop Washington dead in his tracks, only to gain maybe a couple of yards at most. So, bit of a defensive start to the game. I mean, I think you can expect something of a feeling out process between both sides. I don't know necessarily that you're going to see an awful lot of explosive plays right off. But again, I think as the game continues, we're going to see a lot more action from both offenses, especially as they will look to actually get things going offensively. But either way, go ahead and get this going here. Get this figured out. Actually, I like the way that looks. We'll go with that. Maybe. Works. Alright, perfect. So, getting better with working that part out. But, yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on, not just with this game, but of course we had a couple of really interesting ones last night, starting with the Eagles and Commanders. It's actually fairly back and forth for a good chunk of the game, and then of course the Eagles would start taking over and just proving to be the superior team in that one. And excuse me, I just have a tough time believing that the Commanders would have really wound up winning that game with Marcus Mariota at the helm, and of course the other injuries they've been dealing with. But all in all, pretty much what you would expect it to be. Philly did struggle a bit for a while. Like I said, it was back and forth for a little bit, but then they eventually figured it out. And then, of course, they capped it off with a banger between the Packers and the Bears. I mean, unfortunately, Jordan Love was knocked out with a concussion. But, man, I gotta say, Malik Willis is looking like if he's the guy they go to, they're going to be looking to prove a point. As 1st and 10 for the Jags, tosses it to ETN, but I don't think he got really past the line of scrimmage. Hufanga and others were there. And good God, is that really where Cam Little was kicking from? Damn, that's the opposite 37. Jeez. Wow, he's warming up as it stands right now. They're literally in his range if that's the case. Do we see a record today? Oh my God, that's going to be insane. Anyway, 2nd and 10. Lawrence dumps it off to Etienne, who looks to gain a couple at most. Wow. That's nuts. That's definitely over 70 yards if I'm not mistaken, but wow. Dude was kicking that shit from the opposite 37-yard line. That doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it is here in Denver, but man, wow. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Anyway, 3rd and about 8. Yeah, 3rd and 8. 10.5 left in the first. Snap to Lawrence in the shotgun. Pressure is starting to get there again, and he's going down. That is going to be Jonathan Franklin Myers on the sack. He did try to climb the pocket, but Franklin Myers was there, and of course the Jaguars are going to, well, let's see if they test that out. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cam Little come out, and if not, maybe they get the last possession of the first half and probably try it that way, but wow. Yeah, they're going to just go for the punt. I wouldn't expect them to try that this early, but I imagine at some point if they really, really wanted to, and I guess they wouldn't have been in that range anyway, so. But this time only gets to about the 12 or 13 of the Broncos, so Broncos will actually take over with a little bit better field position, but honestly, that to me is just insane to think about. Dude was on the opposite 37 and was knocking them through with room to spare. That, damn. We might get the record today. We might get a new fucking NFL record today. That's crazy. Cam Little's gotten insane late. I mean, I thought Justin Tucker was a bad motherfucker. Cam Little might be the new guy at kicker. I mean, Jesus Lord. Excuse me on that. Ah, man, but yeah, just going back to the game from last night, it was just pretty crazy because Green Bay had control throughout literally the vast majority of the game. I mean, it was like watching the Broncos earlier in the season, specifically against the Giants. And needless to say, they just found the magic. Caleb Williams is looking more and more legit as time goes by. And the craziest part about that, for me personally, is the fact that, you know, he's doing it without a couple of his receivers. Luther Burden and Roma Dunze were not available for the game. He still had, I'm trying to think of the guy's name, DJ Moore, who honestly had to have been the hero of the night with the game-winning touchdown that he got on that last play. And that's where I say, if nothing else, I feel like Caleb Williams is starting to become that dude. He's certainly proven to be legit, and there's starting to be less and less doubt about that dude. I just feel as if the Chicago Bears are actually able to go on this kind of run, and the Broncos are able to hold up their end of the bargain. That might end up being the Super Bowl matchup. But, man, wild stuff to see in one way or another. And then, of course, the Chargers improved to 11-4 after beating the Cowboys. I believe that score was 34-17 when I last saw. But Chargers seem to have had pretty firm control of the game throughout. So, really much to be expected, especially given now that Dallas is completely eliminated from playoff contention as a result of the Eagles' win from last night. 1st and 10, handoff is to, oh, that's actually McLaughlin, and he picks up about maybe 16, possibly 17 yards on a really nice run. So really good to see that they're not overusing Harvey after the rib injury. I think that's very smart for Sean Payton, because it's bad enough. Wow, how is that not a face mask or a horse collar? I don't know how I didn't notice that, but that should have been a flag. 1st and 10. Oh, man. Nix actually looks to hit Nate Adkins, but it bounces off his hands. What's going on, Skiz Nation? How are we doing today? Let's go Broncos indeed. What's going on with you today, my man? Yeah, he was just trying to get that one off quick. I believe that's Jordan Lewis that was on the coverage. Probably the best corner that they have, minus Travis Hunter, who's out for the rest of the season. 2nd and 10 on the Denver 29. Bowen shotgun, and of course the handoff goes to McLaughlin again, and he's eaten. McLaughlin is eaten, looks to gain about 8 or 9 yards on that carry. But, oh man, yeah, hopefully we are able to get that clinch in today. I feel pretty good about this matchup in particular, but we can't take the Jags too lightly on this one. I mentioned in the video, I don't know if you were able to catch it, as Bo gets it on the QB sneak, as it was 3rd and 1. I think he got it. Oh no, he's actually short. Okay, I guess the guy that squirted through was Quinn Miners. It looked like it was Bo himself, but of course Peyton's working the play sheet, so we're going to go for it on 4th and inches. But yeah, this is exactly it here, because this is one of the few times I've seen anyone actually stop Bo on the push. It's looking like they might go for it again. Let's see what happens here. Nope. They actually hand it off, and it's hard to tell if he got it. It's really hard to tell if they got it. The refs are about at the marker, so I'm thinking it's got to be a 1st down, but we'll see. I think we'll probably get a virtual measurement at the very least. And the handoff was to Harvey. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. That's tough. Seems they gave him the 1st down, and we're going to see if that stands. I'm thinking Liam Cohen just challenged that. Yep. Liam Cohen is throwing out the challenge flag, and I can't blame him on that, because I'll be honest, I'm not sure if we got it there. But, yeah, this is just the thing. They've got an incredibly good run defense. I didn't realize they were as good as they did. I mean, I mentioned in my video earlier here that they held Jonathan Taylor to about 74, 78 yards or something like that. And we actually had problems with Jonathan Taylor. Granted, that was back in week 2. And we've been much better against the run since. But it's not that we haven't had problems. Last week, Josh Jacobs was still able to come through with, I believe, 78 yards of his own, and was the one Packer that actually got in the end zone on 2 different occasions. So really going to be interesting to see how all that works out. But all the same, I mean, the big emphasis that I wanted to put out there as far as this matchup is concerned is, again, Jags have the best run defense in the league. Broncos have the best O-line, and we just got Ben Powers back today. So clearly something's bound to give. Of course, Jaleel has actually been doing pretty well today. 2 carries for what I'm sure is about a good 24, 25 yards. And then, of course, RJ's going to do his thing. I'm thinking they're going to limit what they do with RJ given the rib injury from last week. But fortunately, he's out there and he's putting in some quality time, or at least as best as he's going to. But going to be really interesting to see what the outcome of this challenge is going to wind up being, because that's I really feel like it was tough to tell whether or not Harvey actually got to the marker. They marked him having gotten there, but the thing is there going to be conclusive evidence that he didn't make it. And really, I don't know how you can tell either way. But, you know, I'm sure we're going to get a plethora of different camera angles, but the thing about situations like that is that there was such a crowd, especially around Harvey, that might be what makes it a lot more difficult to tell. And again, there may not be anything conclusive or inconclusive. Flip side of it, however, that was tricky. But here we go. I think we're getting a call right here. Call stands. Okay, so 1st and 10 Denver, and the drive continues. So way to go for that on for the Broncos. Now we got 1st and 10 on the Denver 39. Single back formation with Harvey in the backfield. You got two receivers out to the left. And he's going to be looking to one of them, and I'm thinking that's Sutton. Yep, that's Cortland Sutton, who actually gets the first down and probably an additional 4 or 5 yards on top of that. I mean, I guess that angle makes it look like he got it, but it's so hard to tell. Either way, 1st and 10 on the Jacksonville 44. Gets it off. I think that's Sutton again. Yep, that's going to be another first down. Yeah, this was something I mentioned in the video. Ben from Sports Talk Denver had a conversation with Dalvin of UFC Jags, and they talked about the weaknesses that Bo Nix could exploit. I mean, they got Greg Newsome out there, but I don't think he's going to be stopping Cortland Sutton. And that could have been a horse collar. But nonetheless, I mean, he's probably their main corner along with Jordan Lewis. But, oh, and Newsome is down, interestingly enough. Wow. Not something you want to see if you're a Jags fan. Wow. That's really going to be something to watch right there. But, I don't know why that's not working. Man, to me... Okay, well, maybe not... Yeah, there we go. Anyway, to me, I'm feeling as if really and truly the Jags don't want to deal with an injury to another cornerback. They're already particularly thin there as it is. I mentioned Jordan Lewis was opposite Greg Newsome, who is likely the number one with Travis Hunter out. But the big issue with that is that Jordan Lewis, and then they got another corner there. Between the two of those guys, those are slot guys, so they're not going to be particularly strong against dudes on the outside. Now, needless to say, Jordan Lewis was actually on Nate Adkins on that earlier pass breakup. So maybe you have an advantage there having him playing the tight ends. I don't know if you want to do that so much because, again, you know, the secondary isn't extraordinarily deep right now. It's going to be a really, really long day for the Jags, especially given the two catches that Court already has, and those are already producing some pretty good numbers as it is. It just, I just can't see that ending very, very well for the Jags. I mean, if the Broncos are going to continue finding things in the passing game, then, yeah, I don't know, because ultimately Jacksonville is going to have to find answers in that same vein for that pass rush of the Denver Broncos, and going to be tough to see whether or not they're able to figure that out, as they're still yet to do that given the results of the first two drives. Nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 with 6:50 to go in the first quarter, and mile high momentum. Denver 6-0, best in the NFL. I don't know. Oh, since Halloween. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Wow, I didn't know the Avs were the best team in the NHL. 19-1-3. I like that. And then, of course, the Nuggets in 4th place at 17-4. Really good to know there. Go mile high. Bo in the pistol hands it off. I'm thinking that's RJ. He looks to pick up about a couple. I try to push him back, but forward progress is going to make it 2nd down and 8 yards. I mean, they actually got some pretty nice pieces on that defensive line. Josh Hines Allen, Dalvin Hamilton, amongst others. You just can't really act as if these dudes don't have something good going with this team. But nonetheless, 2nd and 9. Bowen shotgun as we got a man motioning to the right in the slot. And the snap is off. And he's going deep. I don't know if that's where he wanted to go. He overshot what I'm thinking had to have been Troy Franklin. And it's going to be 3rd and 9. What's going on, my biggest fan? How's it going today? All right, 3rd and 9. And Bo's actually going to dump it off. I believe that's Harvey. No, correction. That's actually Mims out of the backfield. He's only able to pick up a couple of yards, and it's going to be 4th and 6. So the Broncos are... Yeah, they're going to actually be taking the 3 here, as Lutz is taking the field. So Broncos are going to look to go for a 3-0 lead here. Let's go Broncos. 3 and out already. Yeah, definitely a great 3 and out on that. Really on both of those first 2 drives, as Lutz barely... Oh, he doinks it! He doinks it on the inside of the upright. Wow! That's going to give Jacksonville some really good field position again, but... Even with the good field position, the Jags haven't really done a whole lot, but that's not something you want to see. Wow, it looked like it was going to hook back inside, but he hit the upright. Wow, and just before it could even get past the crossbar. Dang, that's unfortunate. A lot of people missing that upright this weekend. I don't know if any of you saw that Texas A&M Miami game, but man... Those were some crazy field goal misses in that. Granted, the wind was crazy as hell out there in College Station yesterday, but wow, not what you want to see. Okay, yeah, Jags on their own 34. Handoff is to ETN. He looks to pick up about a yard or 2 there, but again, that's not something you want to see. Every point I feel like is going to be critical regardless of the opponent. I feel like coming up on Thursday, definitely be here Thursday as we'll be going live for Christmas. I did say before I'm going to try to be on for as much of the day as humanly possible going into the start of Broncos Chiefs, but we'll see how that works out. 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 9 right now. Ball on the 35. And Lawrence gets the ball off, but he actually misses what looks to be Jacoby Myers. Throws it a bit outside. Riley Moss is in the area. But yeah, come through on Christmas Day. I'll be live. Like I said, I'll probably be live a lot of the day. I'm not really making any plans for Christmas, unfortunately. So definitely come through if y'all aren't doing a whole lot. And again, I'll be going live for the start of Broncos Chiefs. And yeah, hopefully we'll have us a good Christmas Day. Nonetheless, 3rd and 9, ball on the Jags 35, and they're doing better against the pressure this time around. Lawrence is actually looking to pick up something, but he actually gets it off, and he finds a man that's at him. Okay, I'm not really sure who that is, but they pick up the 1st down and more and are actually past midfield now. Hell of a find for Trevor Lawrence, and man, that's actually huge. I mean, they flushed Lawrence out the pocket, but he's still able to find a guy. Jaquan on the coverage. I mean, that's just one of those situations where it's just good D, better offense. Can't knock that one. Jags with the ball on the Denver 44. 1st and 10. Lawrence out of the shotgun. Benito almost gets there, but there's good coverage on Myers. Of course you're not going to get... Oh, I thought that was PS2, but that's Riley Moss. Of course, he's been playing a lot better in recent weeks. I mean, all the shit that he's been catching, especially with all the bullshit penalties that they've been calling on him, you just can't go wrong with seeing that right there. Definitely a welcome sight for us here in Broncos country. All right. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Etienne. He does not find a whole lot of anything. Barely gets to the line of scrimmage. Several Broncos are there. Yeah. Definitely in Cam Little range. Like I said, dude was hitting them warm-ups from the other 37. That's nuts. Nonetheless, 3rd and 10. 3 minutes and counting left in the first quarter. Lawrence in the shotgun. He's got a different back in the backfield with him, and he's making adjustments on the line. So he's anticipating a heavy rush, although they're only sending 5. Their flags are out. I don't know if this is going to stand, as there was a strip sack. Wow, they got another flag. And none of this is going to be good for the Broncos from the looks of it. Yeah, it's pretty noisy over at Mile High right now. Oh, it was an illegal shift. So this is going to be interesting to see how this works out. Wow. I mean, they were stopping the ball before stopping the play before it started. Wow. Wow, so the Jags are going to get the benefit of the 15-yard penalty because the play should have stopped. But you couldn't hear the whistle. And yeah, Locke got him pretty good. But he couldn't hear the whistle. So as a result of that, the Jags actually get a bit of a break. Because it was 3rd down and long. Now it's 1st down and they got an additional 15 yards tacked on top of that. Yeah, crowd's making an awful lot of noise. Everybody here in Denver is fired up. All right, 1st and 10, Jags on the Bronco 29. Handoff to Etienne. He actually picks up a good handful of yards there. Looks to be about 3 or 4. He'll get to the Denver 25. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he plays within the rules. It's just he didn't hear the whistle. I mean, it sucks that he's got to deal with the penalty aspect of it, but just is what it is. Either way, 2nd and 6. Play fake. And Zach Allen looked like he was getting there, but Lawrence actually escapes, gets the 1st down and a little bit more. Wow. So the Jags are actually moving the ball pretty well on this drive, but it helps they got that 15-yard penalty in their favor. Yeah, DJ Jones was the one that actually almost got him. So, definitely a good break for the Jags there. Because that definitely, I mean, they're still going to be in range for the field goal, but it just puts them a little bit further back. 1st and 10 on the Denver 18. Jags about to test the best red zone defense in the league. Flags are out. Flags are out. This could end up coming back. Wow. Lawrence loses his footing as he throws it, but there is laundry on the field, however. Okay, illegal shift on the offense. I figured that's what it was going to be. Okay, so they're declining it, and it's going to be second down. I mean, the pass was incomplete, but that's pretty interesting. Let's see what Vance dials up for this play here. 2nd and 10. Excuse me, ball still on the Denver 18. Lawrence in shotgun with ETN right next to him to his left. Gets the snap, gets it off, gets it to the tight end Strange, but he's going to be short of the first down. Does gain about 6 or 7 yards, however. Singleton with the tackle. So, really big third down coming up here. They're going to be at about the Denver 15 or 14, I'm thinking. Might even be the 12, as it'll be 3rd and 3. Snap is off. Lawrence gets it off. And he finds Washington for the catch. It is a touchdown. This is the 3rd team to get a first quarter touchdown against the Broncos defense. And with 7 seconds to spare. Parker Washington. Wow. And that was the guy that Lawrence found on that earlier 3rd down conversion. So Lawrence able to find Washington again for the 6. And the Jags are going to take an early 7-0 lead with this extra point. Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking. We can't underestimate the Jaguars. This is a really tough team, y'all. This isn't going to be overly easy. We should win this, but they're not going to make it easy. Well, 10 plays, 66 yards, 5 minutes, 4 seconds. Easily the best drive the Jaguars have had so far. Well, not really a bad thing. I mean, it's kind of on par from what we've seen for the most part. Again, this is where that Lutz field goal absolutely hurts, though, because now we go from having 3 points on the board to being down 7-0. Man. Well, going to be interesting to see how the Broncos respond to that, but not quite what you want to see. I mean, just really unfortunate break there, but not the end of the world. Not the first time this sort of thing has happened. Probably won't be the last, but not an overly big deal so long as the Broncos respond on this drive. They will start the drive with 7 seconds left in the quarter. So second down or thereafter will take place at the start of the second quarter. Although it'll be a 1st and 10, and the Broncos are going to be well in Jaguar territory with a great shot. Bo finding Evan Ingram, and God does he pick up yards. Wow, what a way to end the quarter. I think that's going to be a good start to the response drive. I mean, man, what a play. What a play. You got to love Evan Ingram, man. All right, so shout out to the new follower. I believe that's you, right, Skiz Nation? Thank you for the new follow here on Twitch. Man, wow. I mean, if he didn't have a defender to beat, that's easily a quick response touchdown there for Evan Ingram. But we're going to actually be starting the first quarter on the Jacksonville 32. I mean, that's a hell of a way to start the response drive. You can't... I mean, I don't think you can ask for it to be too much better. I got to say, great start to this new drive. And this is one where we absolutely got to get.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense.
Yeah, a lot of wild stuff going on. Particularly with the games that we had yesterday, the playoff chase is absolutely on, but my goodness, it's going to be something else regardless, because
this offense trying to bounce back the last possession.
Really, at the end of the day, it's even given the Chiefs being eliminated from the playoffs, that doesn't make the journey any more easy. Like, it's just today is going to be a real test. I feel as if the Broncos not only getting a win, but having as strong a performance as humanly possible is going to be paramount. Granted, it does help that the Broncos have been able to win close games throughout the season, but if the Broncos are able to put a little distance between themselves and the Jaguars in this one, it could go a long way, because again, we could see these dudes in a conference title game. I mean, I don't know that we can overlook that as a possibility. But we got the start of the second quarter now.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
All right. Broncos with the ball on the Jags 32. And play fake that. Oh, wow. Wow. Bo working a read option and picks up about 12 or 13. Hell of a play there. You gotta love to see that shit. Man. Wow. Yeah, just a lot of crossing patterns going on there. I mean, you just can't go wrong with those when those are executed well. 1st and 10, and we got flags. Looks like the Broncos are going to get got for a false start. That went on Garrett Bowles, and I guess that's his second. I didn't realize he had the other one, which isn't necessarily promising, but not something that's necessarily going to be that bad a thing. I'm pretty sure that's just delaying an inevitable Broncos score. Worst case scenario, they'll get 3, but we want to get in the end zone for 6. Hand off to Mims on the end around. He's able to pick up about 2 or 3. So he gets a little, roughly half the penalty yardage back. Wow. Geno making stupid reads, giving away pick sixes to Derek Stingley and the Texans. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Wow, are we going to keep getting false starts? Oh, it's a timeout. And that's Jacksonville. They've already used both their, or 2 of their timeouts. Hopefully, for their sake, excuse me, they're going to be a lot more careful with that in the second half, because they're not going to be good to just be so willy-nilly with their timeouts here. Excuse me. Very similar numbers. I mean, anytime you can get those Elway Knicks comparisons, you can't go wrong, especially when they're as favorable as that. I mean, Bo's numbers are actually a little bit better than Elway's back then for his second season. 2nd and 12. Knicks steps up in the pocket, finds Sutton, picks up about 8 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 4 on the Jacksonville 15. So let's see if we can find something getting someone into the end zone here. Or maybe we can work some more read option. I mean, I love that Bo was able to get that going there. Don't think it's going to be a run play as Bidet is in there, although he has done well running the ball this season. I like what I've seen out of him. 3rd and 5. Ball on the 15. Bo in shotgun with Bidet in the backfield. Sutton in the slot, okay. And he actually takes a shot to Sutton, and it's a touchdown. Denver will tie with the extra point. Let's go. Hell yeah. Beautiful response by the Broncos after the Jags touchdown. I mean, that's what you got to call a picture-perfect drive right there. That was a picture-perfect drive, even with the penalties. Wow. Actually worked a bit of a fade route, and boy, what a beautiful throw by Bo. No bars intended, by the way, but wow. Fantastic play. Great response for the Broncos. And with Lutz hitting the extra point here, the Broncos will tie the game. And, of course, we are sitting at 7-all. So, again, great response for the Broncos to not only end the first quarter, but to start the second quarter. Gotta love what we're seeing. I'm going to step away briefly. I will be right back.
The Buffaloes will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Looking to pass, it's Williams. Running back has it on a screen now.
Just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball, he had nowhere to go. It's a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And here comes the punter onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the
that we're back already. Alright, kickoff to the Jags is off, and of course, they're actually going to try to return it. I don't know if that was Washington, but he didn't really get a whole lot after that. No, that is Allen Jr. You get a look at that one here. Yeah, I gotta get better with knowing the opposing team's players. I'm gonna have to really start studying up on that. First and 10, Jaguars on their own 28. Wow. ETN losing 5 yards on the play. That's wild. Second and long, Lawrence to Washington, but that's going to be incomplete. Let me see, I seem to be behind a bit. Wow, but that's as live as it'll get me. That's crazy. Well, either way, 3rd and 15, ball on the Jacksonville 12. All right, 3rd and 15. And wow! Malcolm Roach with another sack. 3rd sack for the Broncos. This is a night and day difference from what was happening with the Packers last week, especially early, because the Broncos had an awful lot of trouble. In fact, I want to say 3 sacks was all they were able to get for that game. They already got 3, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Wow, yeah. The Jags aren't careful. This is going to end up being another long game. This is going to be a long day for them, and it's another 3 and out. Patrick McCary is down, which definitely doesn't help matters for the Jags. That's their starting right guard. Wow. Hopefully he'll be all right, but man, Malcolm Roach, proven worth every penny for what we re-signed him for. I mean, he's actually been balling ever since. I mean, he's been great even before the new deal, but oh my God, he's just been playing better and better, and obviously is quite motivated with the new payday, so things you'll love to see as a Broncos fan right there, boy. Let me see something here. I'm going to try to get, well, yeah, actually, I can do that. I'm pretty sure I should be. Yeah. I'm thinking we got to get on that, yeah. Close that up. Oh, excuse me, I can't believe I'm yawning like this right now. Pardon me for that. Okay, I thought, wow. I should have known. Well, whatever. Not a big deal. Her pretend kids. Man, that's funny. Oh, shit. 15 sub. Way to go, Broncos breakdown. All right. Won't try to get on that level, but golly, that's pretty lofty. But I look forward to the challenge. Shit. Not doing that. Yep, 6:15 on Christmas. Be going, well, like I said, I'd plan to be live for a lot of the day, so yeah, there's that. Anyway. Wow, they didn't say what exactly happened with Dude, but either way, Jags are about to punt here. Yeah, pass rush is incredibly effective today. More so than they were against the Packers last week. And Mims is set to receive, gets it at the 25, and only gets to about the 32. "11 come from behind wins, tied for most in NFL history. And guess who? The 2024 Chiefs." Oh my God, I'm behind on so much. Wow. Alright. Sorry, bro. I gotta actually just about mute you. That's crazy. I guess I'm gonna be behind for a lot of y'all, so bear with me on that. 1st and 10. Bo finds Marvin Mims, and he picks up the first and a hell of a lot more. It's already past midfield at about the Jags 42. Wow, what a play. Yeah, I think we're going to wind up making this a long day for the Jags at this rate, if this keeps up like this. Wow. What a play. 1st and 10. Ball on the Jacksonville 42. Bowen shotgun. Mims doing an awful lot of moving around. Alright, now everybody's set. Bo gets the snap. And pressure's coming up the middle, and Bo has to get rid of it quickly. Wow. Devin Lloyd. That dude could end up being a problem if we're not careful. Wow. Yeah, he just about got there. Yeah, I mean, I love our guys, but you can't go wrong with having a guy like Devin Lloyd. Only player in it. Oh, well, I didn't catch that graphic. Anyway, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 42. Snap is off, and Bo gets it off quickly. That's going to be Pat Bryant, who picks up about 8 or 9 yards. So it'll be 3rd and short. And it is on the Jacksonville 34. 10-10 and counting left here in the first half. I feel like, wow, they're helping them into the locker room. Well, yeah. This is not good for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're losing one of their starters on the O-line, and the pass rush has already given Trevor Lawrence problems. Snap is off, and he gives it to Harvey, but he's stuffed. I said before, Trayvon Walker, that's another name I forgot about. This run defense ain't no joke. Can't say I'm surprised to see that. Broncos are likely going to punt. Man. Yeah, this is why we can't underestimate these dudes. They're going to be a problem. Oh, wow, Lutz is actually out there. He's going to go for 54. And he's got it this time around, no joint. So the Broncos will take a 10-7 lead. All right. Well, I'm glad to see that happen. Honestly, wasn't sure that they were going to go for it there, but, yeah. This is going to be something else. I said before, Cam Little hitting practice shots from the other 37. We'll see if the Jags dare to try that, but I wouldn't be shocked to see it today. I feel like we might get a new NFL record. I'm calling it right now. Either way, Broncos take the lead with 9:10 left in the half.
Time. And the punt down at the 35.
They fumble on the punt return, and now some new life to this offense that just left the field.
Well, if nothing else, I do actually like what we've seen from both sides of the ball between offense and defense. This one's going to be crazy. Bills and Eagles, man.
Looking to throw it on first down.
At one point, you could have argued that would have been a Super Bowl matchup, but not so sure about that now. Neither the Bills or the Eagles looking as good as they did at one point. Bills have definitely picked it up, but I kind of feel as if they're still not quite what they need to be as far as like a Super Bowl contender is concerned, especially compared to the way they were last season. But who knows? Playoffs can be a completely different beast, so we'll see how all that winds up going.
Moves out of the pocket. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. What a chance for an interception there. Instead brings up second down.
Boy, he just... It's really solid defense on that play.
Wow, good return for the Jaguars.
And so Colorado has the lead. So 3/4.
Bear with me, y'all. If y'all are on Twitch, bear with me.
Championship. Before moving on, let's check out the game.
YouTube, it seems we're okay so far. Twitch, bear with me if you can hear me.
In store. We're going to find out.
Oh, man. I gotta get that shit over. Anyway, for the time being, 1st and 10, Jacksonville with the ball on their own 41. Oops. Wow, ball batted down at the line. Hugh Robinson seemed to have been the guy.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Alright, there we go. We should be good with Twitch now.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost him 5.
This has gotten old. I thought we were figuring this out. Anyway, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 41. Lawrence in the shotgun. And he drops back. Actually finds a man. That's Brian Thomas. Looks to gain about 9. So 10 in the area for the stop.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty.
Sorry about that so much. I mean, allergies. Wow, it's a bit of a weird day for me. I'm a little sleepy for no reason.
And take the
having allergies acting up more than they should be. Well, maybe not so much so, but getting a little bit annoying. 3rd and 1, ball on about the 50, and Lawrence gets it on the sneak. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's got it there.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces into the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Look out, room to run here. As the first down is still going. Touchdown, Buffalo.
4th and 10, Jacksonville on December 49. Play fake to ETN. He's going to go deep. He actually finds him in. I believe that's Strange. Yep, that's Brenton Strange. Picks up 23 on that one. Hell of a play there.
They'll try to add to the lead now with PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
So they had the switch on the coverage, so interesting. Anyway, 1st and 10, ball on the 26. Lawrence out of the shotgun, actually sends it to ETN, but he's gonna lose a couple of yards. Riley Moss on the stop. Yeah, they're all over ETN right now. He has not made a whole lot of things happen so far in this game. All right, 2nd and 11. Wow, pitch to ETN. And he's actually going to break something. Wow, what a run. He's going to get to the 3. Wow. So they're able to find something in the run game. Nice pitch to the right. I mean, Broncos just weren't prepared on that one. Can't imagine they're going to find too many of those, but I guess when need be, they'll be able to find them. Wow. Going to be 1st and goal on the 3. Of course, ETN taking a breather, and they go to their backup. Oh, LaQuint Allen. Okay, that's who that is. But, of course, Alex Singleton is there, PJ Locke, Awizarike. Yeah, Broncos are ready for that. All right, so we got 2nd and goal. Ball still on the 3-yard line. Lawrence in the shotgun gets a snap. Wow. He finds Strange for the touchdown. So Trevor Lawrence able to lead another successful Jaguar drive, and with really good field position from the kickoff return. I don't think PJ played that as well as he could have. He was looking for a bailout for an offensive pass interference, but I don't think he was getting it there. Wow. Definitely going to need some halftime adjustments there for that shit, but either way, Jags will go up 14-10 with the extra point. And that is the count, 14-10 Jaguars with 4:33 left. I'll go ahead and step away for a little bit and I'll be right back.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for yards.
All right, we're back. Broncos about to get the ball back for the kickoff after the second Jaguar touchdown drive. I mean, this is why I said we can't underestimate these dudes. They're going to play us tough. But if the Broncos can actually play according to their capabilities, I'm not terribly concerned. And really, that's kind of been the story of the season. We've been down like this before, but I haven't been overly concerned about those situations either, so I don't really know that this is going to be too much different. But given that the Broncos are on an 11-game winning streak, it's tricky because it's tough just getting to that point and keeping it going after that. We'll see if and how that works out. Anyway, Cam Little with the kickoff. I don't know how he's not knocking it out of the end zone, but Mims actually is going to be on the return and gets it to about the 29. Oh, excuse me, the 25. Maybe the 24. Yeah, their special teams is actually playing pretty well here. That's going to probably be enough to keep them in it. Man, let's see if the Broncos are able to get another response drive. I think that would be really good, but we'll see. Really, we should just... Oh, wow. Jonah Ellis went into the blue tent. And we did activate Turner Yell, but he's down now. Wow. Yeah, not what we need to see, y'all. Not what we need to see. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Snoop's holiday halftime party. That's crazy. You know that's gonna be something else. Yeah. Oh, football on 4 days of the upcoming week. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Wow. Gotta love that end of the season stretch, y'all. Alright. So now we're out of the injury timeout. Wow. Alright, let's be clear. We're seeing this happen right now, right? Tell me there's not a reason to look at bringing Justin Simmons back. With Brandon Jones likely not coming back, we got to look at that as Bo dumps it off to McLaughlin and he picks up a good 6 or 7 yards. But, I mean, I don't know any other way to look at it at this point. And there goes Jonah. Looks like he might be all right. Hopefully that's the case. But I think it's a good idea to bring Justin Simmons back. Or at least look into it. Anyway, 2nd and 3. Under 4 left in the half. Got single back formation. I'm sure that's McLaughlin. It is. He does get the handoff. Almost gets stuffed behind the line, but looks like he may get a yard or two. yeah, this run defense ain't no joke. I've been saying this. I mean, we're gonna have to get some things figured out. Jalil actually came out hot in the first quarter, but Jags seem to be locking in now. 3rd and 2, 3:15 and counting left in the half. Bowen shotgun, got the motion, the back, which is Harvey motioning out, but goes back. Snap is off. He finds Harvey. He picks up the first and more. Gets to about midfield. So that's a huge 3rd down pickup. Great conversion. And we're going to need every bit we can get from RJ today because, man, like I said, these dudes are going to be tough. And I know I said we could make it a long day for them, and I believe that to be the case. But that doesn't mean that they're going to take it easy. They can't afford to. They're trying to maintain their lead not only in the division, but also that number 3 seed. And, of course, Houston could mess around and find a way to take over that whole thing should Jacksonville lose and Houston win, which I'm actually expecting to be the case because it's the Raiders. But anyway, 2nd and 10. Pass is incomplete. Let me see. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we got 3rd and 4. And that's going to be on the Jacksonville 46, but that's going to probably go to the 2-minute warning. In fact, it is. So 3rd and 4 with 2 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and step away, and we'll be right back.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Williams. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking deep for late game heroics. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. We'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. He finds some space. He's got the 1st down and still motoring. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big game that time. That's great execution.
Good job here, not predetermining what you want to do as a quarterback. He read the defense, made the right read, pitched it out to his back, and he got a big gain as a result.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Oh, he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down now. Now they come up 2nd and goal from the 3. Receiver in motion now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Colorado. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
All right, back with the 2-minute warning here. Broncos with the ball, 3rd and 4.
Now the all-important extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
Bo's rolling out. Looks to Pat Bryant, but they are not able to complete the pass. Not really sure what happened there, but wow. Oh, wow, are the Broncos going to go for it? Yeah, he should have grabbed that. I mean, yeah, Bo could have got that to him better there. All right, they're going to have Crawshaw come out and punt it. Wow. Yikes, not what we need right now. Getting the ball back with a minute 55. And they call for the fair catch, so it's actually a minute 48, but not liking what's going on right now. Not liking this at all. The good thing about this is that this is familiar territory, but I don't know if this is going to be a good thing to be dealing with here, though. Nonetheless, 1st and 10. Single back formation. Slot man was motioning in, but goes back the other way. Handoff. And that's LaQuinn Allen. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards there. And the Broncos use their first timeout. Oh, man. So, yeah, Bill's able to pick up a big win out in Cleveland. I mean, pretty wild to see that one. As I mentioned, Chargers beat the Cowboys. And the Panthers beat the Bucks. And now lead the NFC South. Wow. Interesting race going on in the NFC South as always, it seems. They just seem to beat each other up in that division. Either way, 2nd and 6, minute 40 to go. And Lawrence is going to find Jacoby Myers, and they're going to get to about the 41. All right, Jags keeping the tempo moving. 1st and 10 on the Jacksonville 41. Excuse me, I guess that was a 42. Lawrence rolling out and looks for Washington, but doesn't quite get it there. It is going to be 2nd and 10 with a minute 6 to go. Yeah. Wow. Lawrence finds Jacoby. It's close to the first down. I don't know if he got it. They're probably going to give it to him. Yeah, it seems as though they're giving it. The announcer just said it is a 1st and 10. 45 seconds and counting. Handoff to LaQuinn Allen, and he picks up about 3 or 4. Wow. 30 seconds and counting. So, yeah, they're going to set up for a Cody Little field goal here. 2nd and 5, 20 seconds and counting. And pressure's getting there, but he gets it off, finds Brian Thomas, who's going to get the first down and a little bit more. They get out of bounds with 12 seconds left. Wow, this is looking like a pretty good drive by Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. right, ball on the Denver 34. 1st and 10. Lawrence in the shotgun with Allen in the backfield. Snap is off. Lawrence with the throw. Quentin Morris with the catch. Picks up about 4 or 5. So 7 seconds left. Yeah, they got a really good shot for this field goal. And in all likelihood will take a 17-10 lead in the halftime. So not a lot to be happy with as far as the way this half ended. I got to imagine we're going to get some significant halftime adjustments. Good news is Broncos will get the ball at halftime as the Jaguars got the ball first to start the game. Nonetheless, 2nd and 5 on the 29. Lawrence gets a snap and shotgun. Pressure's getting there again. He gets it off, but he basically throws it away. Myers was in the area, but there was coverage. So here comes Cam Little with 2 seconds left. So it's not quite going to be the record, but definitely more than makeable, as it's going to be, I'm thinking 43? Oh no, 47, excuse me. Snap is off, kick is up, and it's good. All right, so the Jaguars take a 17-10 lead into halftime. And of course, the Broncos do get the ball to start the second half, but as stated, I don't think this is the way we wanted to see the half end. But we've kind of seen this movie before. We'll see how it winds up going. And with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and take my halftime break. I'll see y'all in the third quarter.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be spotted up at the 40-yard line. Dropping back, it's Williams. Running out of time in the pocket. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Offense getting set, second down play here. Play action fake. Looking through. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. The defense still has 3 timeouts remaining. We're hoping they decide not to use them. They'll run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Headed for the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Buffs.
Coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution, how they're going about their business.
kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Houston's offense heads back out onto the field now. Well, it comes down to this. They need to create some fourth quarter magic here, or this national championship will slip away. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back, it's Williams. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He's got it with room to run. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. And the defense signals time here with just 13 seconds left on the clock. One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure is coming. He makes the catch. Nobody around him. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to 41. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told
I tell you, I feel like halftime breaks are getting faster and faster, or maybe time just goes like that. Anyway, start of the second half here. I don't know how that's possible, but either way. God damn it. How dare you? Okay, please stop that. Wow. Oh my god, I hate this shit. Alright, my apologies. Hopefully y'all can bear with me a moment. I gotta work through some difficulties. Good lord, I hate this shit so much. Oh my god, I hate this shit. I really got to get my computer figured out here. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Please don't be crashing out, Chrome. Oh my god. Golly. Man. Let me make sure this is going alright. Alright, see, I figured that'd be the case. Oh my goodness, this computer might actually be failing me. Now I finally get responsiveness. I'm so sick of this shit. Wow, this... I mean, shit is just determined to piss me off. Ugh. Alright, we're back. It's a 2nd and 5. Ball rolling out, and he finds little Jordan Humphrey for a first down and more, but we got a flag. I'm thinking that had to have been a late hit. Wow. That was stupid of them. I feel like that was a late hit. Or no, not a late hit, but... Oh! I mean, helmets did collide. And they're still calling the unnecessary roughness. I believe that's Antonio Johnson. Wow. Yeah, Antonio Johnson. Like the first name, by the way, but yeah. Huge penalty there on 2nd and 5, which is already going to add to the fact that the Broncos got the first down. They're going to be actually at the Jacksonville 38. That was really dumb. That was really dumb by Johnson there. I mean, he may not have necessarily went helmet to helmet, but you got to be careful with shit like that because refs are going to call that shit one way or another. They are looking to enforce those. As the 1st and 10 handoff is to Harvey. He gets the first down and more. He looks like, yeah, he's going to be getting to the end zone. That's a Bronco touchdown to start the second half. Let's go! Wow, I could barely say that right as R.J. Harvey breaks about a 38-yard run. What a play! Oh my goodness! What a start to the half. This is exactly what we were looking for right here. Read option play. Give us to Harvey. Harvey breaks a couple of tackles and just eludes everybody else, dives for the pylon. That's a touchdown. Broncos will tie the game with an extra point. See, this is the kind of shit we need to see. Quick responses, but we got to get stops here. We really got to get stops here. Wow. Great drive to start the second half. Things you'll love to see. Yeah, he went for the punch, but Harvey's like, nah, B, you ain't getting to this shit. Wow. He barely managed to break the pylon with that run. But God, you gotta love that. What's on the extra point to tie the game? And it is up and good. So the Broncos come out the gates hot to start the second half. Quick score. Didn't even take a full 2 minutes. Man. As long as we can get the necessary stops in more of these drives, can't go wrong. I'm going to step away for a second because, God, I probably need to settle down a little bit. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Man, we needed that touchdown like nobody's business. Damn it, man. Excuse me a second. Wow. I'm still here. I'm just dealing with dumb shit. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. I might go without fucking annoyances here. Shit. Stay your ass the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Fucking swear with these things, man. Oh, goodness. Alright. Alright, I think we're good now. Anyway, yeah, so... Alright. Well, it looks like the Jags only got 8 yards or 2 yards on that first play. It's 2nd and 8. Wow, Lawrence does find Myers, but he's short of the first down, so it'll be 3rd and 1. Excuse me. Yeah, that was a hell of a run. I mean, you had to figure sooner or later where you're going to get one of those. And again, it's huge because we're talking the best defense, the best run defense in the league. So plays like that absolutely matter. Now all we got to do is find a way to get a stop here. 3rd and 1, 11:40 and counting in the 3rd quarter here. Lawrence in the shotgun with Etienne in the backfield. The fake is to Etienne. He keeps it on option and picks up about 6 or 7 yards to get the first and a little bit more. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely a great run. I think that came at the right time. It was a great way to start the second half. Now we just got to get some stops, but it doesn't seem that the Jaguars are going to let up, as that was a good read option play. Great keeper by Trevor Lawrence. And now it's 1st and 10 with 11 minutes and counting in the 3rd quarter. Ball is on the Jacksonville 40. Lawrence in shotgun again with Etienne in the backfield. Making adjustments on the line. And Etienne motions out. He actually throws it that way, and they're going to lose yards again. That's about the 2nd or 3rd time that they're going to lose yards, but there are flags on the play. Wow, they're going to call roughing the passer on Malcolm Roach. And that's going to be 15 with an automatic first. That's going to put them in Denver territory. I mean, it's right as he's getting the ball off. I don't know what they expect here. Like, he barely got the ball off. God, refs are just whatever, man. I don't even know what to say about that, but that's just a shit call right there. Either way, 1st and 10, ball on the Denver 44. Oh boy, refs have definitely been rather bad this year. Handoff is to Allen, who only managed to pick up about 1 yard, maybe 2 at best. Oh man. Wow. Singleton waving off something. I'm not sure what they were working on there. Either way, 2nd and 9, ball on the Denver 44. And it's almost intercepted. Hufanga made a hell of a break on the ball. Wow. And Trevor's looking for flags. I don't know where the fuck he thinks he's going to find them, because that was a great break there. That was a fantastic break on the ball. That could have been 6 right there. Well, y'all got a shit call in your favor too, so y'all ain't got any reason to bitch. But anyway, 3rd and 9. Yeah, how can he hear? It's loud as hell. Empty backfield. Lawrence gets it in the shotgun, of course. Finds Washington, and he's going to get the 1st and more. Where were people at? So, who was... Wow. All right. A little bit of a coverage breakdown, but that's going to happen. Wow. First and 10, ball on the Denver 14 now. Golly. Or no, that's on the 24. What the fuck? Oh, wow. Okay, so they get the first down here. Wow. And that's former Bronco Tim Patrick getting to the 14-yard line. Ah, damn it. Yeah, Greenlaw and Hufanga have definitely been great additions. It was amazing that we snatched them from San Francisco, and they've definitely paid dividends. Would have been great to see Hufanga get that pick there, because turnovers are going to be really important to force here. And we need to do a lot more of that. Anyway, 1st and 10, ball on the 14. And wow, finds Strange, but only gets a yard or so. Singleton on the stop. But yeah, I mean, if nothing else, the additions of Hufanga and Greenlaw are great, because Hufanga obviously Greenlaw rather, feeling a huge void in that interior linebacker spot. Him and Singleton have been a great tandem. Hufanga, having teamed with Brandon Jones for most of the year, now it's P.J. Locke, has just been a godsend for us. Yeah, definitely need red zone defense to step it up, because it hasn't been so good today. You're absolutely right about that one. Lawrence looking to the end zone, but Washington's unable to hold on, but there's a flag. Oh my God. And Washington's playing like he's hurt. Takes a knee in the end zone. Barron was there on coverage. Refs are talking it over. Well, at least they didn't call it on Riley, but wow, I don't know about... Oh, he got his arm, all right. Yeah. Yeah, he should have let that go, but rookie thing. And that's not a bad thing, so is what it is. Not going to fault him on that. But why are they on the sidelines? Him, McMillan, and Moss. What are they all doing on the sidelines? What the fuck? What is going on here? Lawrence is going to keep it and get the touchdown. Damn it. Ah, man. Yeah, clearly I'm a bit behind, because the Jags seem to have already got the extra point, but... Oh my God, this is unbelievable. I don't know what happened here. I mean, the adjustments don't seem to be working out so well. Oh my God. I mean, again, we've seen this movie before, so there's no real reason to panic, but damn it, the Broncos need to be a lot better here. Need to be a fuck of a lot better. I mean, I love what we're getting out of the offense, but defensively, it needs to be a lot better. Gosh. Man, I don't believe that shit. Anyway, 24-17, as you can see, 7:44 left in the third. Oh, Lord. Oh, man, dude. Not real sure what to say about all this, but I'm not terribly happy right now. I mean, I'm not really tripping all that much. I mean, it's gonna be like this. I said before, we can't sleep on these dudes, but I'm not liking the way this is going. I'm really not. needless to say, this is not something we need to have happen as we're getting ready to go into the Kansas City game. I mean, I'm not terribly worried about that game specifically, but I said before, every win we can get is always going to be important. I would prefer for the Broncos to win out, but... Oh, man. 9 plays, 75 yards, 5-17. Good God. I mean, they did get the bailout with that penalty, but this is still unacceptable. Kickoff goes into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback, so the Broncos will start on the 25. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it'll be on the 25, unless I'm missing something there. Of course, for whatever reason, the indicator's saying a 35. I don't think it was an illegal procedure kick, but maybe that's what we're about to find out. Yeah. It says a 35, so I guess it was a legal procedure kick. That's wild. Yeah, Anthony Caponelli. That dude's pretty nice with his shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that must have been a legal procedure, because they should be on the 25 and not the 35. But anyway, snap is off. Bo avoids pressure, dumps it off to RJ, and he's going to pick up the first down and more. Gets to the 50. I mean, I like the good responses. I like the responses that we're getting from these guys right now, but we need to pick it up. We really need to pick it up here. Man, look at that dude getting shifty with it. 1st and 10. Ball on the 50-yard line. And wow, push pass. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, shit! Wow, if he'd have held on! Damn! I didn't even realize what was going on there, and we got a little bit of action here. Or it seemed like we had a little extracurricular action. I guess not. But man, what a play call. I guess that was RJ. I didn't even realize that. Throws it to Mims. Mims pitches it back to Bo, and he goes for Sutton deep. Wow. Okay. Wow, if he'd have survived the ground there, man. That was an interesting play call. I gotta say, I'm liking that a lot right now. 2nd and 10 at midfield. Wow. Had 2 backs in the backfield. Dumps it off. That was actually Mims, but he's going to lose yards. Ball's going to be back at about the 44. Or the Denver 47, excuse me. I don't know how it's just the 47. Oh, okay, I see now. But yeah, he still lost about 3 yards on that. Well, we better find a way to score here, otherwise we're going to be in a position where we got to do another 4th quarter comeback. Oh, wow. Bo overshot the shit out of Tyler. Oh, God. Wow, okay. Jags got a little bit of momentum right now, I guess. I'm not very thrilled about that, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know what the fuck seems to be happening, but it needs to get fixed quick, fast, and in a hurry. But the Broncos will punt the ball here on 4th and 13. Crawshaw gets it, and it's going to get in the end zone, so it will be a touchback. Fuck. Wow. Wow. Wait. Oh, it does hit the goal line. Okay. I see. Wow. Ah. Well, got to get a big defensive stop here. I mean, at least it's not the good field position the Jags have been getting, but Trevor Lawrence is starting to pick it up, though. Ah, damn it. Pretty sure you got to do this roll up the sleeve, but anyway. Oh, man. That's so disappointing. Speaking of disappointing. For a second there, I thought we were having Twitch issues again, but I think we're fine. Hey, Skiz, real quick, if you could, let me know if you're getting me here. Just want to make sure everything's running right. I'm pretty sure YouTube's good, but if you could chime in for me, let me know how you're doing there, that'd be pretty great. Oh no, man, I'm not liking the way this shit's going right now. Hopefully this is something that isn't going to be too much of an issue. I mean, we kind of seen this before. It's actually shades of the Giants game. We're running into a lot of the same things. And it is a bit of a similar matchup, but we're in a situation where we got to turn it around again. 1st and 10, 6:03 remaining in the third quarter. Ball on the Jacksonville 20 rather. Handoff to ETN, only picks up about a yard or two. Man. Well, 2nd and 9. Wow, pressure gets there, but Lawrence still gets it off. Finds Washington, picks up about a good 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3. Wow. Cooper was right there, but Lawrence was just quick to get it off. I mean, that's another thing. Lawrence is one of those dudes that's going to be quick about getting the ball off when he needs to under pressure, but we got to get home. We really got to get home. Nonetheless, 3rd and 3. Ball on the 27. ETN motions out. And he finds Washington again, and he's going to pick up the touchdown. Damn it! Or maybe not. Unless, wow, is he going to shake the shit out of everybody? Wow, he gets to the Denver 10. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, fuck! Oh, I can't believe this shit. Can we hold him to 3 at least? 3 for 3 in the red zone. Wow. And he's going to ETN. And he breaks the tackle for a fucking touchdown. God! What the fuck is happening right now? 2-score game. Oh, man. Alright, we gotta stop with these over pursuits. Because that's been happening way too fucking much. Anyway, 31-17. I'm gonna step away because that fucking... Wow. All right, we're back. It looks like the Broncos are trying to do something here. Wow. Oh, man, just as I say that shit. Bad exchange between Nix and McLaughlin. Jags get it again. Oh, this is a disaster. They were going RPO. I don't know why. Wow. You mean hasn't worked in the second half? My God, I don't believe what's happening. Why are we having this now? God. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's more like it, actually. There we go. That looks a little better. And it seems Jacksonville has another lineman down. And that's their center. Wow. Jonah Monheim. That was a guy I was hoping we would pick up, but obviously we were pretty happy with what we got out of Wattenberg, so understandable. And of course we still have, wow, am I struggling with his name? Well, anyway, 2nd and 5, handoff to ETN, but he's stuffed. And it actually lose about a yard or so. But, damn it, what am I... Oh, why am I struggling with that guy's name? Alright, well, we got a critical 3rd down here. We really need to hold them to 3 as they're definitely in field goal range. And Alex Forsyth. So, yeah, Broncos were happy with that. But anyway... 3rd and 5, pressure's coming, and they get the 1st down. Man, are we going to keep letting them do this to us? This might not be it for us today, y'all. This might not be it. It's going to be 1st and goal to start the 4th quarter. Oh, I can't believe this shit. It doesn't seem like it, man. I don't know what's happening. I can't believe this shit. This is not the time for this right now. I just... I don't understand. Like... Oh, God. Yeah, it's gonna be another Giants-type comeback. We still gotta force a turnover of some kind. I'm gonna be right back because I'm getting too pissed. Man, alright, I guess we're back. It's already 3rd and goal somehow. Huh. What the fuck? I mean, I like that we're actually keeping them out of the end zone, at least to this point, knock on wood. Hopefully we get the stop here. And Jacksonville takes a timeout. That could be huge. I said earlier, they use their timeouts rather freely in the first half. They want to be careful about that here. Wow. What the? Oh my god. I'm really not liking this shit from my computer right now. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get 6-0, unfortunately. Yeah, we have come back from worse, but at the same time, I don't think that this is something we need to have happening right now. This is a game we should actually be winning. I don't know what. See, oh my goodness. And a lot of shit's not going well for me either with this. Either way. What the fuck? Okay, so we got the stop. Thank God. Wow, DJ Jones getting the pressure there. Couldn't quite see that because for whatever reason my shit was acting up. Way to go, Riley! Alright, got the breakup. Hell yeah. So we're holding them to 3 here. As Cam Little will have the 26-yarder. I don't know why it said 47. I guess that was their other field goal. But yeah, 17-point game. So yeah, you're right, Skid. You're right, Skiz. We've come back from worse, but that's not something we need to be doing. That's not something we need to be doing at all. Like, this is literally inexcusable. I can't help but say it. I mentioned this earlier. I think we need to get Justin Simmons back. I'm saying it right here, point blank, period. We need Justin Simmons. Wow, I swear I am not happy with the way a lot of my shit's running today. Oh my God. Anyway, Broncos starting a drive here on the 32. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, but that's about the only real time they've stopped him in the red zone today, so... Yeah, anyway, 1st and 10. Wow, Bo avoids the pressure, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards, so... Good play for Bo on that one to start the drive. Definitely didn't take the sack, and again, avoided the pressure, so... Hopefully that's the start of something good here. We need to really snatch the momentum back, and we're going to have to force some turnovers. There's no way around it. And that's why I'm so adamant about getting Justin Simmons back, because he's going to have a lot to do with that. But anyway, Harvey actually gets the handoff and picks up the 1st down, or actually, maybe that was a pass. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, 7-yard run by RJ. So picks up the 1st down and a bit more. I don't know why we haven't been going more to RJ. He's actually been... incredibly huge, especially with that 38-yard touchdown run. And he might be the guy that gets us back in it. He really might. Nonetheless, 1st and 10, ball on the 42. And he's looking deep. He's got Franklin, and he's got it. He's inside the 10. Let's go! Damn it, man. More of this shit, please. Fuck. God, I hate this shit. I love that we're finally getting it going, but I really hate this shit. I can't say that enough. Like you said, Skiz, you're absolutely right. We've come back from worse. I'm really not trying to see it like that, though. I'm really not. But I guess it is what it is. Either way, 1st and goal. And he gets it to Bryant. Wow, what a quick toss. And he actually picks up about, maybe 5, 6, 7 yards. Gets to about the 3. Wow, so we got Franklin back in the game. Okay. Well, at least with this score, hopefully we get it within 10, or just either way make it a 2-score game. But we gotta force a turnover on defense. Oh no! Ball was batted at the line. Wow. Emmanuel Ogba ain't no joke, boy. Yeah, he definitely had Sutton there, but Ogba was very ready, and he saw that. Man. Yikes. 3rd and goal. 10:51 left. I mean, there's enough time, but this, for one, it might actually be 4-down territory, but worse than that, I don't know. Single back formation. Oh! Alright, I guess we're taking a 3. But it's going to be 4-down territory from the remainder of the game. There's just no way around it. And we got to get a turnover. We got to get a turnover at some point. I mean, hopefully that works with me saying that, because as I did, Justin Strnad came through it with an interception, but that's a problem. We don't have Justin Strnad. Anyway, 21-yarder is up and good, obviously. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so quiet about this shit. It's just, I can't help but be mad at the situation right now. It's just really tough not to be. I mean, because it just doesn't make sense. I mean, in a way it does, because it's kind of been the story to this point. But I thought we had changed that shit, honestly. I mean, the thing about this is that we've tied for the record with these late comebacks, which was last year's Chiefs. But the idea of that is starting to not feel so good anymore. It really is. And regardless of what happens here, we got to be Ravens fans tonight, by the way, y'all. Definitely got to be Ravens fans, without a doubt. Well, let's see what happens here. Oh, God. And now my feed's acting up again. Oh, my God. Oh, that's quite a ring Santa got there. Yeah, that's about how I'm feeling right now, too. If anyone can come back, it is us. Yeah, you're right, but I can't say it enough. It shouldn't be like this. As DJ Dallas is going to get a really good return. That's another thing. They've been getting really good return yardage and actually making at least decent field position. And that can't be something, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to just stick to my previous point. We need a turnover. We absolutely need a turnover right now. Because if the Jags actually get a drive and is sustaining, that's not good. Honestly, going 14-3 on the season ain't terrible. Might be good for us to feel. You're right about that. I mean, sure, you can't go in with such an air of invincibility, and I don't think that was necessarily the case regardless. I mean, look at the way the season has transpired to this point, especially earlier on. And that's what's getting me about this, because I thought we were figuring it out. Anyway, 2nd and 10. I guess that was an incomplete pass. I wasn't quite paying attention to that, but regardless, even if we get the stop here, that's amazing. Wow, blocking is really good. And he had Washington, but he couldn't hold it on. Thank God. Wow. Huge drop right there. That could be critical right there. That could absolutely be critical. Oh, Surtain lost his foot. Surtain lost his feet. Wow, no wonder. Yeah, that wasn't one of Lawrence's better throws. I'm not going to disagree there. So 3rd and 10. Crowd is going nuts. Let's see about getting this stop here. Come on, Denver. Allen in the backfield with Lawrence in shotgun. Snap is off. Pressure's coming, though. Pressure's coming, and we're getting there, baby! We're getting there. It's JFM again. They might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but who cares? Broncos get the fucking stop. I mean, the good thing about this is that this is probably good content, because I can probably TikTok some of these reactions and get some good stuff out of it. But either way, hell of a stop. Boy, was it needed, and very timely at that, and so much time left with about 9.5 and counting. Holy fucking shit, dude. Ugh, man. Punt is off. Mims has it, but he's not going to go a whole lot anywhere. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, he doesn't really get anywhere. And they give him the forward progress at about the 20, even though he gets stopped at the 18. Anyway, since we got a commercial, I'm going to go ahead, be right back real quick. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Here we go. Yep, definitely need touchdowns, and it's 4-down territory for the duration. Absolutely 4-down territory. Ball is dumped off to Harvey. He's going to pick up the first down and more. Holy shit! RJ Harvey gets to about midfield. Man, player of the fucking game if we win. RJ Harvey. Hell yeah! Look at this man, ball today. Go on, get him, kid. I know I just said this man and called him kid, but hey. 113 total yards, 50 rushing, 63 receiving. Ooh, pressure gets there. He gets it to Harvey again, and of course he picks up about 7 or 8 yards. Yeah, RJ is looking like he might slowly but surely becoming RB1. I would still love to get J.K. Dobbins back, but if we don't, maybe it's not so bad because there's a bad man right here. I'm not going to call him kid again. He still is kind of, but man, he's actually an older kid just like Bo, but man, he don't play like a kid. Anyway, 2nd and 2. And wow, he's looking for Ingram, but he throws it a little bit out of his hands. Again, this is 4-down territory for the rest of the game. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it at this point. Wow, that was great blocking by Harvey. Picked up the blitz very well there. Just would have been great if Bo would have been more accurate on that throw. Nonetheless, 3rd and 2, 8:17 remaining. Ball is on to Jacksonville 42. I repeat, this is 4-down territory, of course. Oh, wow! He tried to dump it to Bidet, but he doesn't catch it. Pressure, Walker did get there. Man. Well, again, 4-down territory, so... What the fuck? Yeah, he couldn't get it off cleanly to Bidet. 4th and 2. Bo threw an interception. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Wow. Turnovers I was calling for our defense to force are actually working out more for the Jaguars. So, yeah, this might be it. Damn it, man. First and 10 on the 30. Jags have the ball. Hand off to ETN, and he's actually stuffed. Damn, 11 drives. Second and 9. Single back formation again. Receiver motioning and actually gets it on the end around. That's Myers, but he's stuffed too. Probably gets about a yard though, but doesn't really do much with that. I do like the idea behind that play call, actually. That's not a bad thing there from Jacksonville. All right. 3rd and long. Very important one. Possibly the play of the game. Pressure's getting there, but wow, Lawrence is doing a great job of getting away, and he's getting the first down. Well, yeah, this really wasn't our day today. Well, it is what it is. It's going to happen like this. I mean, that's just Trevor Lawrence for you. Wow. Going Superman with it with the dive. Shit. First and 10, under 6 to go. Hand off to Al. Oh, no, that's ETN. He picks up about 4 there. Well, I gotta say, not having Justin Strnad hurts. And it would have been good to get Kareem Reed going for this game, but apparently he wasn't ready. And like I said, I'm going to be emphasizing bringing back Justin Simmons or finding someone along those lines. I mean, this ain't it. Ooh, but pressure is coming, and guys do get there. I think he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but dudes are there. DJ Jones and Malcolm Roach amongst them. I think it was Singleton that was in the backfield for a bit. So we got a huge 3rd and 6 yet again. Let's see if we can actually get the stop here. It'd be nice to get the turnover, but I don't know if I feel too good about that at this rate. Oh, I guess it is a sack. Somehow they got 5 sacks, yet they're down 14. And he's got to call another timeout. Calls a second timeout with 4:25 left. Yet another huge use of a timeout. I mean, they've got the upper hand right now, but I don't know. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6 out of the timeout. And pressure's coming again. He gets it off, but it's incomplete. Jacksonville is going to punt. Lawrence is a little slow to get up as he did take a shot. Benito actually gets there. Well, again, we get the stop, but the offense has really got to get it going here. There's not a lot of time left. I mean, we see if Bo's going to get the 4th quarter heroics going again, but this ain't good. This ain't good at all. Punt from Logan Cook is off. And it's actually going to get in the end zone, so the Broncos will start at the 20. All right, again, 4-down territory. Bo's got to really just... Oh, man. We got to see better here, and I swear. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, Skiz, if you're there, let me know what's good, man. Let me know if you still see me or not. Anyway, 1st and 10. Wow! Bo overshooting Ingram, and he can't hold on. Oh my god. Man, there were so many white uniforms there. Yeah, that pressure ain't no joke from Jacksonville. I don't know where this is coming from. 2nd and 10. Got a man motioning to the right. I think that's Sutton. Or maybe it's Bryant. Nick's dropping back. Actually hits Ingram, but he's only able to get a couple of yards. Oh my lord. So many things are just going haywire on me. And of course the Broncos are just shit in the bed right now. Well, let's see what happens here. 3rd and 7. Timely first down play, though. Or timely play to get the first down. That's Sutton. Looks to get about 11 on that play. Uh-oh. Seems we got an injury timeout coming. Oh, my God. And my feed is fucking up again, but it seemed there was a Jacksonville Jaguar down as whistles were blown rather frantically. I swear to God, why am I being put through all this? Ay, ay, ay. Why me? And why all this? Whoa, what the? No. Oh my God. Dude, oh my God. Why? Nothing's going right today. Nothing is going right at all. My shit's fucking up on me. Broncos are fighting to come back, but not doing a great job of it. I mean, what the fuck, man? What the actual fuck? I might cut the stream because this is all getting really irritating right now. I really don't know what else to do. Are you fucking done yet with that shit? God. God's sakes with this shit, man. Oh my God, this shit's not working right. Wow, they've been having dudes going down left and right. That's Jordan Lewis. That's huge. That's one of their corners. I said before, they're pretty thin at corner right now and in the secondary, so Denver needs to find a way to capitalize on that if they can. And it'd be nice if I'd be able to see it, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to cut the stream. I can't deal with this shit like this. I apologize, y'all. Hate that this worked out this way. Coming through with the post-game video once the game's over, and we'll talk more about it. Look forward to me to emphasizing signing Justin Simmons. This is unbelievable. Alright, now we seem to have something. Oh my God, what the fuck? Wow, he... Fourth and 10, apparently, or 4th and 11. Oh, my God. I'm out.